Doesn't have to be fun to be fun. Okay. Alright, we're hiking in here. Hiking up to our camp. It's a little bit of a old trail going up here, so a lot less snow than we thought there was going to be. But we are gotta make it's only about a mile and a half mile to where we want to camp. Try and find a flat spot because we got this big teepee. But looks like we had a big storm roll through. Most of the snow on these south facing slopes has melted off. So should be some good hunting. Hopefully they're all making their way this way and find out where they're moving through. I just came around the corner and found some more deer. Steven found the 3 to start, kind of up by where we want to camp, and then came around this little finger ridge here, and we can see up into this offshoot draw, and there's 10 deer up there. We saw 9 does and 1 tiny little buck, so good sign. We're pretty much right where we thought they were going to be, right about the snow line. So just keep on trucking, and we'll keep tabs on these deer. Eventually we might get a mature buck to move in. Rut's got to be starting now, so things are looking good so far. But I haven't been here very long. We got 13 deer already spotted. We had this group of does here, and well, I thought it was a group of does, and Okie spotted a 3x4 in there, and he's all right. I'm not saying I won't kill him, but I'm just not going to kill him right now. He's not very wide, and I don't know, man. Seeing a couple good groups of does so far, so we'll keep going and see what else we can turn up.
That a sexy mustache.
Get out of here.
We just got our camp set up, and we're gonna head out. Let's do a little glassing. We got a little knob over here we're gonna hike out to, and as soon as we got up here to where we wanted to camp, we found another 12 or so deer. They all look like does though, so that's good. Just waiting for some mature bucks to come in. We're gonna keep moving around and covering glassing new country till we turn one up, but this couldn't really be any better. Weather's great, plenty of does around. Rut should be on, so it's looking good. Alright, we're socked in this morning, dumping snow, so we're just out here working on the tent. Get it guyed out a little bit better, cutting some more firewood. We burnt quite a bit last night, so Yeah, I'm just gonna wait this out. It's not supposed to snow too much today, so hopefully it quits here soon. But, I mean, we can't see more than 200 yards, so we're not gonna be able to do much unless we go tromping around, which we don't want to go push the deer out. So we're gonna hang out today. It's only day 2, and hopefully at some point it clears up enough we can find that buck and Steven can go after him. We saw that second buck. He's pretty decent, and so Steven said that if he sees him again, he's going to go after him, go get him. So that's the plan. Just got to wait for the right conditions. Just been snowing all day, foggy, so there's been little spurts that we've been able to get out and glass the stuff that's close by. We had about 500 yards of visibility, and we pretty much watched the same does all day. We're gonna hang out, and stuff should be moving through. Should be getting some new bucks, hopefully some mature bucks. So yeah, should have some really good hunting after tonight. We'll be ready to get after it, go cover some ground, and find some big bucks. I just got out here. It's nice. It's still snowing just lightly, but there's a bunch of does still around. I've seen 2 bucks. Just they're like 18, 20 inch 2 points and 3 points. So not something I'm looking at shooting, but anyways, we're hiking up to a little bit of a knob, try and do some glassing and see if we can find a bear buck. There's deer all over the place. I mean, they're a couple hundred yards from camp, so shouldn't take too much hiking. The deer are all around us, so just get up here and glass, and hopefully we can turn a more mature buck today. But if we find that 4 point from day 1, Steven will probably go shoot him. Found a buck just about 500 yards above camp, and it's the biggest one we've seen yet. It's a good 4 point. So Steven wants to shoot him, so we're just trying to figure out the best way. We're gonna hike up about 150 yards from camp, maybe 200 yards to a little rock pile, and hopefully we can see where the buck's at. We lost him. I think he just bedded down in some downfall. But ended up bumping all these deer. We bumped all these deer. And we sat down, we just started glassing, and we picked up the buck. We never saw the big buck. And we started glassing, we just picked him up across the draw. He had gone way over half a mile probably. Must have been checking on other does. But now he's feeding does. See if we can get a shot. She's bumped some more does on the ridge, but we got to where we could see the does we thought the buck was going to, and he just walked right past him. He's following a different doe, and he's clear at the very top. So we're not really making up any ground, but we're just gonna keep going and eventually hoping that he beds down long enough for us to get within range. So let's keep on trucking. That's where he was, right? Alright, so we're sitting here. We watched one 4-point go up over the ridge, and then this other one where we had these other does and bucks bedded. One just popped out, and it's another 4-point. It looks almost identical. So we are gonna get set up right now. Steven's gonna take a shot. It's about 350 yards, I think. So we'll see. Try and get a good setup here. Get the phone scope on him. You can tell he's dead from the way he is. Dude, I think that's the same buck that was down there. And he came up and joined these. And there was a different 4-point up top.
Bucks everywhere.
They all look the same. They're all the same 4 points, right?
They're all little, nothing crabby 4 points, but man, that's so cool. That was so fun.
That was right. Oh.
Thank you guys. Because we're about to do a lot of work.
I'm ready for it.
Oh man, I'm just like so stoked. We just keep seeing bucks appear kind of out of nowhere, and there he was, and just dropped, dude. Just amazing. Just thankful, dude. Thankful for you guys. Thankful to be up here. We got a lot of work ahead of us.
Steven just smoked that buck. We're on our way to go recover him right now. He was like 450 yards. Dumped him basically right in his tracks. So we're gonna get over there, get him cleaned out, pack him down below our camp, and then we'll hike up to camp. We'll just leave him. He'll finish packing him out tomorrow and then come back in. So that's the plan. We're gonna get over there and recover him right now.
Yes. Thanks, fellas.
Heck yeah, man.
Buck down. It's our gift, man. Super cool. Super cool. Wish my kids were here, man. My sons.
Yeah.
They've been on like so many hunts with me where we're not successful. Just be cool if they were here. Doesn't have to be fun to be fun. Okay. That was fun.
Yep.
Bucking camp.
Alright, morning of day 4. We got Steven's buck packed back to camp last night. Well, back to the trail, and then we made it back to camp, and last night was cold. We kept the stove going all night. We woke up every hour and a half to restoke the fire, and kept it pretty nice in there. We slept good, but it's like the forecast said -4 last night, so it was definitely a chilly one, and it's cold this morning. So made it back up to where we glassed yesterday morning, where we were seeing all these bucks. There's just does all over the place, and these bucks are just covering country. They're bouncing half mile, quarter mile, just back and forth all day, and just checking does. So eventually I'm hoping there's a mature buck that filters down into here where all these does are at, and we get one. I'm gonna glass for probably 3-4 hours. If we don't see anything, then I'm gonna hike up to the ridge and see if I can find anything, and some stuff we can't see right now. So that's the plan. Right now I'm gonna hit the glass. Same things yesterday, basically. 30 to 40 does and a bunch of young bucks. So just debating on whether or not I just hang here and wait for a mature buck to show up or go cover country. So I think I've decided I'm gonna, at least today, go try and do a big loop and look at some new country that we haven't seen. So there's deer everywhere, just can't find any mature bucks. So I'm sure there's got to be one around here somewhere. Keep moving around, get different angles, and eventually, hopefully, we turn one up. We are on our way back to camp. We hiked all to the top, glassed off the backside, and didn't see, sorry about the shaky, didn't see a single deer off the backside. There's tons of tracks, and we walked the ridge line above them, so we know that they didn't come back across. But I don't know. I couldn't see any deer down there. I glassed hard for a long time,
So, not really sure what to do tomorrow. I think Josh wants to go shoot that spike, that elk that we saw. We've been seeing him pretty much every day. So, I think we'll go glass off that way tomorrow morning. And then, if we don't turn up a big buck to go after, we'll probably just go kill that elk. So, yeah, we're heading back down to camp. Steven should have packed his buck out and made it back in, so hopefully he's got a fire going for us when we get back. Alright, so I split up from Josh and Steven. They're gonna go side hill around and get on that ridge, try and make their way up to where those elk went and see if they can find them. I came back to our normal glassing spot to see if I could find the elk and help them out, point them in the right direction, but I don't see those elk anywhere. I think they're just over the backside, probably bedded where they were yesterday. But doing a little glassing, I just found a buck that looks like the best buck we've seen yet. He's a long ways away. It'd take me all day to get there, but looks like a good one. So I'm going to get the glass on him and see if I can figure out if he's worth going over there after. But all right, so I got a longer look at that buck, and he's really borderline for me. He doesn't look super heavy. Just not very wide, but he's got the best forks out of anything we've seen. He looks like he's got the most mature, face, just look to him. So I don't know. I'm gonna go up where Steven and Josh went. I should have just went with them because I'd be right in position to get a better look. So I haven't really decided if I'm gonna shoot him yet or not, but I'm gonna cruise up to the top where those guys are and take a closer look at that buck and make a decision from there. So I basically have today. Tomorrow it has a potential of snow, so potentially foggy. We'll see. But I feel like I need to get it done today if I'm going to. Otherwise, I'm just gonna have to get lucky. So headed up, and we'll see what happens. Just head down hiking. I just saw a stud buck. He was only like 150 yards away, but he just kept moving. He saw me and he just kept moving. He went over the ridge. So I tried to get set up for a shot and just couldn't get set up in time. I'm gonna move back to camp and he should be on that hillside. Hopefully I can pick him up. All right, so I made it up here on the ridge where the buck went over. I was just a little bit below and I just started glassing, picking everything apart. It's pretty open on this side. I figured I'd catch him moving through, hopefully within range, but I picked him up. He had joined up with another buck, and they are making their way over to where the majority of the does are. So when I saw him, he was about 800 yards away. So just keeping an eye on him, see where he goes. I'm sure he's going right to those does, and then I'll get over there and get within range and take a shot. He's a cool buck. I mean, he's like 27 wide probably. But he's like just the biggest frame buck we've seen. So he's a 3-point, maybe a 3x4. I'm stoked. I'd be stoked with him. So that's the kind of type of buck I've been holding out for. So finally one showed up. It looks to me, which is weird, there's a little 2x3 that he's with, and that buck seems to be running him around. Like maybe that's just an old buck with bad genetics, but anyways, picked him up, and now it's just kind of a waiting game to see where he ends up, so I can figure out where to get to go make a play on him.
I just made it up here to the top of the ridge, just on the backside of a rock pile. That's the crap. I had to come down that, and then you can't tell how bad that is, but that's a bunch of buckbrush downfall. Crap, so steep too. I made it up here. I'm just gonna take a peek, see if I can turn that buck up. He's gotta be just milling around in here, so hopefully I can find him and get a shot. I sat here till it's almost dark now. Too late to shoot, so I'm freezing too. It's so freaking cold. That sun went down. It is so cold. Never saw that buck again. That buck up top ran him off, and he went down to the bottom of one of those draws, and I never saw him again. So I'll probably be back up here tomorrow morning, and hopefully I can find him. Man, this has been so frustrating. Like, things just aren't panning out, but just keep trying. Oh man, I'm cold. There's some coyotes up here chasing these deer around, so things should be mixed up in the morning, and hopefully we find something in a stockable spot and we can go get a shot. But gosh, just need something to go right. That'd be great.
All right, we just got out of the tent. Walked 50 yards. Thought we were gonna have a big old hunt on our hands today to try to track this buck down. And Okie already found him on the hillside across from camp. So we're gonna see if we can send it.
We found him right off the bat. We walked 20 yards from the tent. Sun's coming up. Looked up on the ridge right on the knob, and there was a deer skylined. And threw the binos up and saw those back forks. So we got all day to kill this thing now. And he's only 750 yards-ish from camp. So couldn't have worked out better. Alright, so we found that buck. 750 yards from camp, so he's just kind of pushing those does around. He's staying on our side so far, so we're gonna sneak over to the next closest ridge, see if we can get within range to take a shot. If he feeds up over the top, then we'll have to drop down and go up the other side and come over the top where he's at. But for now, the plan is we're just gonna, because we have to expose ourselves here for a second, kind of a wide open hillside for about 150 yards. And then after that, we should be good to go.
unreal.
We got just timing of weather. The fact that we decided to come right here and this is where all the deer were.
Never happened like this again.
Unbelievable.
It's a dream. Like, it's really a dream. You couldn't have scripted a cooler hunt.
Unreal.
Just amazing, man.
All the actions, like, within 1,000 yards of camp. Crazy.
I'm super stoked for both of you. It's pretty rad.
I'm glad you're here.
I'm coming home to the great outdoors with a coyote's howl.
Pretty happy with it, man. Just biggest buck we've seen. Killed him on the last day, so such a fun trip. To me, this was more about the experience than anything anyway, so the fact that it all worked out in the end was just a bonus. But a fun trip. Just feel blessed to be out here. These guys, thank you guys. That was awesome. All right, buck's broken down. Got her loaded up. These guys are ready for a heavy, steep, slick hike back to camp.
Heavy as you want, let's do it.
Let's do it.
It'd have to be fun to be fun.
Well, this is fun. This is about as fun as these hunts get.
Yeah.
Road, take me back to my front door.
Yes.
I'm coming home to the great outdoors with a coyote's howl.
Over here. He's just a lot off your back, dude.
He's not moving? My trusty pack string. Oh, good times. Just coming down the mountain. One load from camp. Real fun this morning with our bomb-proof stakes that we set for the week. Getting ready for all the wind. That never happened. They were frozen in the ground, so Josh decided to heat up some water in the jet boil, dump it on them, and thaw the ground out, which is genius. But we got all of them, and on the trail. Heavy packs.